So it's been about 18 hours since we got the news of the tragic passing of Brodie Lee, aka Jon Huber, aka Luke Harper, at the age of 41 years of age. And it just doesn't feel right to me to talk about anything else apart from Brodie Lee at the moment. When it comes to YouTube, when it comes to wrestling and social media and wrestling websites and news stories, anything like that, I feel that it's the right thing to do to, in the immediate aftermath, to pay respect, reflect on the life of Brodie Lee, celebrate the life, celebrate the career of Brodie Lee at the same time as mourning his shock passing. So we won't be doing anything in terms of our regular upload schedule until tomorrow. Quite frankly, even 18 hours removed, I'm still completely in shock. I still really can't believe that it's a reality. I'm still completely heartbroken, and the more I think about it and ruminate on it, I just can't stop thinking about his family, and specifically his young children, his wife. 41 years of age is no age to go. Not that there is any age to go, but certainly 41 years of age is not the age. It's not the age to go, and it does feel like it's always the good people that go too early, and it's not fair. It's really not fair. And as I mentioned previously, I think of his children, and I think of what is meant to be, even in this horrible year, meant to be a time of celebration and happiness, and over the holiday period, Christmas, and the festive period. I think of all of that, and then you have your husband and your father pass away on Boxing Day. It's tragic. It's absolutely tragic. And Kotau and all of these tributes, and this is what we're going to get into in this video. We're gonna look at some of the tributes that pro wrestlers and the pro wrestling industry has paid to Brodie Lee, because I think that's the best thing to do right now, is celebrate the man's life, celebrate the man's career, and truly reflect and ensure that everyone knows the great man that Brodie Lee was. You have to remember, this is a guy that for the majority of his career portrayed a heel, portrayed this big, crazy, intimidating guy, but in reality, outside of the ring, he was so much the opposite and antithesis of that. He was truly one of the nicest people in the pro wrestling business, and it's just a shame that it takes for someone to pass, and then you see all of these kind acts of altruism, and Brodie Lee on a variety of occasions reaching out, buying equipment, buying ring gear, checking in on people. He was just such a great guy, and you see these clips, and this was well known anyway, that the family of Brodie Lee, his two children and his wife, they were his world. He spoke about them in glowing terms. Everything he did was to provide for them, and there's the clip going around at the moment that his aim in life was to be at least as good of a father to his children as his father was to him. And I don't know if he can hear this or anything like that, but he absolutely achieved that. There's no doubt in my mind. And what's been so emotional as well over the last 18 hours or so is to see just the outpouring of support from every aspect in the pro wrestling industry, whether it is fans or whether it is wrestlers from AEW, the company he was employed in, whether it is his previous company in WWE, whether it's people in New Japan, a company he never even worked in, or Ring of Honor or Impact Wrestling, or wherever in the pro wrestling business. It's been so heartwarming and so emotional to see everyone explain their experiences with Brodie Lee, pass on their support to his family, and just share their thoughts and prayers of this shock passing. And it's everyone paying tribute to Brodie Lee, but most importantly, they're paying tribute to Jon Huber. And I think that's the most satisfying thing, if you can find any satisfaction in any of this, is that this isn't about professional wrestling at this point, is it? It's not about your company allegiance, which company you're under contract with, which company you like, which company you don't like. It's not about agendas. It's been so touching and emotional to see everyone just put all of that BS aside and celebrate the life and the career of Jon Huber, and then mourn the passing of him also. So that's what we're going to do in this video. Because for me, I think one of the most heartwarming and emotional things over the last 18 hours or so is reading all of these heartfelt tributes about the man that Jon Huber was. And it's sad, and it's absolutely heartbreaking, and it is sometimes difficult to read. But I think it truly shows what a great man and what a great professional wrestler, but most importantly, what a great friend and a great husband and a great father Jon Huber was. And to be honest, with all of these tributes, I might not get to all of them because they're coming out all the time, and at the time of recording, some might not have come out. And quite frankly, there have been so many. I could do this video that lasts 24 hours, and it probably still wouldn't even be long enough, because that's the man that Brodie Lee was. So let's take a look. Let's take a look at the world of professional wrestling as it mourns the shock passing of Jon Huber, aka Brodie Lee, aka Luke Harper, at the young age of 41. So this was the announcement that his wife made yesterday. This was the first announcement prior to AEW. His wife on social media, specifically Instagram, posted this post, a variety of pictures of Jon Huber in WWE AEW with his children, with his wife, and she said this following statement, quote, "My best friend died today. I never wanted to write out those words. My heart is broken. The world saw him as the amazing Brodie Lee, formerly known as Luke Harper, but he was my best friend, my husband, and the greatest father you would ever meet. No words can express the love I feel or how broken I am right now. He passed surrounded by loved ones after a hard-fought battle with a non-COVID related lung issue. The Mayo Clinic is literally the best team of doctors and nurses in the world who surrounded me with constant love. On top of that, I can't express my love and admiration for the way that All Elite Wrestling has treated not only my husband, but myself and my kids." She then goes on to mention several people associated with AEW. That includes the likes of Tony Khan, Cody and Brandy Rhodes, the Young Bucks, Kenny Omega, and others. She says that the rest of the team at AEW have helped keep me standing and pick up all the broken pieces. I've been surrounded by so much love and incredible people, I can't tag them all, but they know who they are and don't think they will ever know how thankful I am for them. Now, of course, this was followed up by a statement by AEW, which was really the one that caught everyone's attention to the shock passing of Jon Huber. And once again, we'll read it here. It says, quote, "The All Elite Wrestling family is heartbroken. In an industry filled with good people, Jon Huber was exceptionally respected and beloved in every way. A fierce and captivating talent, a thoughtful mentor, and simply a very kind soul that starkly contradicted his persona as Mr. Brodie Lee. Jon's love for his wife Amanda and children Brodie and Nolan was evident to all of us who were fortunate to spend time with him, and we send our love and support to his beautiful family today and always. Jon's popularity among his peers and influence on the wrestling world was worldwide and transcended AEW, so this loss will be felt by many for a long time. We were privileged at AEW to call Jon Huber a brother, a friend, and one of our own." Now, this was also followed up by a statement from WWE, which said that WWE is saddened to learn that Jon Huber, known to WWE fans as Luke Harper, passed away today at age 41. Known as both Luke Harper and Brodie Lee in the ring, Huber found success in every step of his sports entertainment career, as his soft-spoken, imposing presence helped him to create countless awe-inspiring moments in the ring. After a highly decorated run on the independent circuit, Harper debuted in NXT as the menacing enforcer for the Wyatt family. Harper had a dominant tag team run with Rowan that would go to lay the groundwork for future championship success. As a member of the Wyatt family, he engaged in heated rivalries with the likes of Kane, Daniel Bryan, The Shield, John Cena, and the Usos. After being set free from the family, Harper authored an impressive singles run that culminated with him defeating Dolph Ziggler for the Intercontinental Championship. Harper and Rowan later comprised the Bludgeon Brothers and embarked on a path of destruction that was highlighted by a SmackDown Tag Team title victory in a triple threat match at WrestleMania 34. WWE expresses condolences to Huber's family and friends. Now, other people in the industry also that were very friendly, of course, with Luke Harper, Brodie Lee, Jon Huber, have also paid their tribute, specifically Bray Wyatt, of course very close to Huber in and outside of the ring. Posting on his Instagram, Wyatt released the following statement, quote, "You were my best friend, my brother, my partner, my Terry Gordy. We changed this whole game because we refused to do it any way but our way. We were always at our best when we were a team, and I think we both knew it. We fought like brothers because we were. I'm so goddamn..." I have to bleep that out. "This isn't how it's supposed to be. It was supposed to be us fat, bold, and useless running Wyatt family spots in high school gyms in our 70s. Where do we go now? What do I do knowing I never will hear your condescending sarcasm as I'm riding high? I miss you so much already. I would do anything just to live through our worst moments again. I can't believe you're gone. I'm so sorry, brother. I'm so sorry." You will always be a part of me, whether I like it or not. Without you, everything is different, and I hope Amanda truly knows that I am here not just to say it, but because I love them too. I will make sure your son knows the incredible man you were, not the legends people will tell, but the real you that very few people got to see. I promise I'll put him over clean in dark matches when he's old enough, just like I promised. I'm hurting so bad, I just wish I had the chance to say goodbye. But then again, it's Saturday, and you know what that means. Save me a seat next to wherever you are, that's where I belong. I'll be there when it's my time. Goodbye forever, Brodie. I love you. Now, Brodie Lee's former tag team partner Eric Rowan also released a statement on his Instagram page. He said, quote, "Heartbroken and numb. Just when I think my eyes have dried, I think of you and begin to cry again. I've lost not only a friend, but a brother. I struggled last night with many emotions and memories. Jon meant more to me than he will ever know. I remember clearly all of the loops we had during our years on the road together. He would always look forward to getting home to his family. After every loop, he would say to me, goodbye forever, because he would want his 1 or 2 days with them to feel like forever. One thing he taught me through his own actions was to be a better father and husband. He was a one of a kind in everything he did. Great performer, great father, great husband, great friend, and all around amazing human. My heart goes out to everyone who was touched by his greatness. My deepest condolences to his family. Jon, this is not goodbye forever, but goodbye for now. I will see you on the other side, my brother. I love you." Now, Cody Rhodes, All Elite Wrestling Executive Vice President, also had the final match of Brodie Lee's career. Back when they had the dog collar match a few months ago on Dynamite, Cody released the following statement on his social media. Quote, "My heart is stricken by the loss of Brodie Lee. It was obvious that he was an extremely gifted athlete and storyteller, and his gift beyond that was to challenge you, and he set the bar very high. Upon anybody's first meeting with him, it was even more apparent that he was a family man and a first-class human being. I got to share his last number. I got to have his last match. That is an honor and a privilege, an experience so ferociously humbling. Thank you, Big Rig. We will honor you and your family, Cody Rhodes." Now, AEW wrestler Chris Jericho was also close friends with Brodie Lee outside of the ring. From their days in WWE and AEW together, Chris Jericho posted the following tribute with a picture of them backstage in Mexico while touring for WWE in 2015. It said, quote, "Backstage in Mexico in 2015. Brodie was annoyed that he didn't have his own merch t-shirt, so one of the brothers got a bunch made in his honor. We all wore them in tribute to the dude because everybody loved him. Just a wonderful man and a kick-ass worker. We never had a bad match, and I probably worked with him 50 times. I was a big fan of his and even helped bring him into All Elite Wrestling, where he did the best work of his career in a very short time. I'm trying to find that goofy effing shirt, and if I do, I'm going to hang it on my wall so I can be reminded daily what a legit great person looks like. Thanks, Jon. You were a one in a million and a true brother's brother." Now, a former Wyatt family member, Braun Strowman's also paid tribute to Brodie Lee. Obviously, they were part of the Wyatt family together with Bray Wyatt and Eric Rowan. On his Instagram page, he posted the following tribute, quote, "The crazy thing about this fan art is I'm sure I can speak for the rest of the guys in it and in the locker rooms he shared that we all looked up to Jon. From day one, when I didn't know SHIT about the business, trust me, he reminded me on the regular, LOL. He took me under his wing. His constructive criticism was like no one else's. He had no problem telling me when I sucked, but he was also one of the first ones to tell me when I did something good. We traveled the world together, and he had to put up with my crazy ass. I learned so much from him, and God, the memories I will cherish for the rest of my life are unbelievable. We used to joke about when we were old and fat and fired from everywhere that let us wrestle and we were going to take over the medieval times, and he said he was going to be the Silver Knight, and the Silver Knight ain't putting nobody's ass over. Because in the ring, he made everyone look amazing. He's one of the most unselfish men I've ever met, and an amazing husband and father, and it was always magical being around him with his family because he went from salty old Brodie to loving Jon. I wish I could walk out of the Fireflies one more time with you, brother. Those were the most amazing days of my career, and I will hold them until I'm gone. Save me a seat and a turkey leg at the round table. Ride hard, Silver Knight. I love you." Now, Kevin Owens was also close friends with Brodie Lee and posted the following tweets. Quote, "One of my first dark match main events after SmackDown TV in 2016. I was so pumped to get to be an honorary Wyatt family member of the night. and get to team with those guys. A fan tagged me in this picture after the show and I made sure to save it. I'm really glad I did. The world has lost a great one of the absolute best in every way. Hashtag RIP Brodie Lee. And when a fan tagged Kevin Owens in a picture of Kevin Owens and Brodie Lee teaming together at a live event, Kevin Owens responded with the following: I was literally just thinking of that night 5 minutes ago. One of the rare times I had the chance to share a ring with him. What an immeasurable loss. He will be so missed. Now, a member of the Dark Order, John Silver, who really thrived with Brodie Lee's friendship and leadership, posted the following tribute as well on his social media. It said, quote, "This sucks so much. Every day I was hoping to get good news about Brodie's condition. Unfortunately, I got the worst news I could possibly get. Such a good and caring guy. I haven't even known him that long, but it felt like I've known him forever. He felt like a big brother. He was one of the only people that could make me laugh by doing nothing. Being the Elite was so hard to film with him because I couldn't help but bust out laughing when he did anything. He is such a big part of any success I've had in AEW. Brodie was such a good guy. He brought me the jacket I wear to the ring just to help me look better, and because he was so happy we were doing with what we were doing on TV and being the Elite. I'm so sad for his family. His wife is such a sweetheart, and his son Brodie Jr. will be a world champion one day. Brodie Jr. would kick my ass and throw papers at me every time he would see me. He was a hero to his kids, and they looked up to him so much. Thank you, John, for everything. Miss you already, and I'll see you again someday. RIP." Now, as I mentioned, there's been a ton of outpouring of support from a variety of people within the pro wrestling business. We mentioned Braun Strowman in his tributes. Previously, he tweeted, "I'm at a loss for words. Rest well, brother." Drew McIntyre said, quote, "Our entire brotherhood and industry mourns tonight. In addition to his incredible passion and talent, John was above all else a great man who loved his family more than words can say. Please keep them in your thoughts. I'll see you down the road, brother. RIP Brodie Lee." Dustin Rhodes, AEW wrestler, also tweeted out, "Was a true honour every time we locked horns. You are a damn great man, husband and father. This stings. You'll be sorely missed, John. I will always remember our times together. RIP Brodie, RIP Jon Huber." Triple H, WWE NXT founder, worked closely with Brodie Lee, Jon Huber in NXT when he was Luke Harper, helping create the Wyatt family. Triple H tweeted, quote, "Amazing talent, better human being, husband and father." Now, Dolph Ziggler, who of course arguably had one of the greatest matches of Brodie Lee's career in a ladder match at TLC in 2015 for the Intercontinental Championship, tweeted out the following: "A big man among men inside the ring and more importantly outside the ring. Absolutely beloved." Now, Alexa Bliss also tweeted out a tribute saying, "I'm in total shock. Prayers to Amanda, their boys during this time. I can't believe it. Rest in peace, John." Natalia tweeted, "I'm heartbroken to hear the passing of Brodie Lee, who was a dear friend to so many of us. He was an amazing husband and devoted father. His love for his family was immeasurable. I am sending prayers and love to Amanda, Brodie, Nolan, and Jon Huber's family." Brandy Rhodes, AEW Chief Brand Officer, tweeted out, quote, "I love and miss you, John. Thank you for everything you've done for me and my family. We all love you so very much. You were such a great man. It's been my pleasure and privilege to know and work with you. Your family is our family now. We will watch over them. Rest now, friend." Aleister Black, WWE Superstar, tweeted out, quote, "This is all a grotesque nightmare on a scale none of us can possibly comprehend. This year has done nothing but take, and I think we are all empty, tired and drained. Sleep well, my friend. Thank you so much for the road trips and the advice through the years. You were golden." Randy Orton, of course, famously was part of a storyline with Luke Harper and Bray Wyatt in WWE as part of the Wyatt family, tweeted out, quote, "I don't have the words. Hashtag RIP Brodie Lee. May God send his beautiful family as much strength as possible." Marco Stunt, AEW wrestler, tweeted, "It doesn't feel real posting this. This is one of my favourite pictures that I've never posted." He posted a picture of Brodie Lee picking up Marco Stunt by the ears. Stu Grayson of the Dark Order, of course Brodie Lee was the leader of the Dark Order in AEW, tweeted out, quote, "John was genuinely one of the best, honest and kindest men I've ever known. He was like that the very first day I met him back in 2007, and he was like that the very last day I saw him. I will always only have good memories of him. I love you, man. RIP Mr. Brodie Lee." Matt Hardy, AEW wrestler, former WWE Superstar, tweeted, quote, "This was my birthday, which I shared with Doc, Brodie and Miro, photobombed us and we all shared a great laugh. I'm shattered over Brodie's passing. He was full of life with a wife and young children he loved. A devastating reminder of how fragile life is. Rest well, friend. RIP Brodie Lee." Now, Big E, arguably posted one of the most touching tributes to Brodie Lee. He posted an entire thread with pictures and memories of his time with Brodie Lee. But this is one of the most touching statements from it. Quote, "I hope you all get to know someone like Jon. He was the biggest family man and someone who made me laugh daily. I'll miss him every day for the rest of my life. I love you, Brodie, and thank you so much for loving me." Stephanie McMahon, WWE's Chief Brand Officer, also tweeted out, quote, "I'm so deeply sorry for the loss of Jon Huber. We bonded over the love of our children. He was a true family man. Hashtag RIP Brodie Lee." Sammy Guevara, AEW wrestler, tweeted out, quote, "Heartbreaking is an understatement. This was taken during the Atlanta shows when we had to film a month of TV in 2 days. Brodie was so much fun to be around. Hashtag RIP Brodie Lee." Charlotte Flair tweeted out a really touching tribute. She said, "It's hard to explain to people, and I'm not certain he would want me to, that the biggest, scariest man you'll ever see on your television is the kindest soul you'd ever meet. A model of a husband and a father, and proof some people are too good for this earth." Mustafa Ali tweeted out, quote, "So much pain comes with losing someone like Jon, but everywhere I look I see an entire industry paying respect and showing love to him. That alone shows what an incredible man he was. RIP Brodie Lee." Daniel Bryan tweeted out, quote, "I love you and I miss you. Hashtag RIP Brodie Lee." And former NXT champion Adam Cole tweeted out, "Devastating. You were wonderful in every way. Thank you for being you. Hashtag RIP Brodie." So as I mentioned, those tributes go to show the man Brodie Lee was, the wrestler he was, but more importantly, the husband and the father he was. And I can't stop thinking about Brodie Lee at the moment. I'm sure you can't either. You can let me know some of your favourite Brodie Lee memories, matches. But it's still completely tragic and still completely shocking, and I'm completely heartbroken by it. But I think we can all come together and pay our respects, mourn the passing of Brodie Lee and Jon Huber, and also celebrate the life of a truly great family man, a great husband, and a great father. Jon Huber, Brodie Lee, Luke Harper, you will be incredibly missed.